Who said fun workouts and exercise were just for kids? Welcome to ZooFit, and if you're not having fun with your workout, then you are doing it wrong. We make fitness fun, engaging, and impactful, but one thing's missing, and that's you. Yes, you. Let's get a little wild together with Wildlife Wednesday workouts so we can eat clean, live green, and train positive. Welcome everyone to Wildlife Wednesday workout. I'm PJ with ZooFit, and we've got Chris and the kid joining us today for World Rainforest Week. So yes, this World Rainforest Week, and so we're celebrating the rainforest all around the world. This week we're going to be focusing on the Amazon rainforest. We have a really fun Rainforest Rainbow workout for you today. We've got 4 exercises. We've got our Tapir Trots. Again, these are all animals found in the Amazon rainforest. The giant Otter Amphibian crawl. Then we're going to do our river dolphin rear kicks and our tiny Tamarin tree T-twists. That's a tongue twister for you. We've got some amazing animals that we're going to be discussing and discovering. So let's get warmed up and get right to it. We're going to get started. The cat won't let us get started. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll get started with a nice, easy warm-up so that you can do without your hands today. If you want to add some hands, you can again go nice and easy. Going as high or as intense as it feels good for you. You can come up nice halfway. If you like to bring up the intensity for a warm-up a little bit, coming up all the way up overhead. And if you're again getting a little bit warmed up from here, we can move on to regular jumping jacks. Again, that's totally up to you. You can stay at the lower pace, the lower intensity. We're just going to be here to get warmed up, so we can get started with our Rainforest Rainbow. Love him. And 3, 2, 1. Gonna shake that out. All right, we're actually for our warm up, we're gonna go over some of these exercises. Some of them are pretty new for Wildlife Wednesday, but and some of them, again, we may not have done for quite some time. So let's go over them. We're gonna be playing Uno, a little bit different version today. But we have 4 colors. So each color is going to represent a different animal and a different exercise. So for red, we've got our Tapir Trot. For green, we've got the giant Otter Amphibian crawl. For our yellow, we have the river dolphin rear kicks. And then for blue color, last one, the tiny Tamarin treetop twists. So for our Tapir Trot, yeah, we can do this. Our cat does not want us to, the kid does not want us to do this our workout without holding him. So our Tapir Trot is going to be a lateral back and forth skip. So I like to try to keep my toes pointed as forward as possible, so kind of slightly leading with my heel to kind of keep my feet straight. I'm just going to be step touch, all the way to the end, and then step touch all the way back. So going towards one direction and then coming back the other direction is going to be 1 repetition. So again, you can pick up the pace and coming back. So there can be 4 or 5 steps, but this is going to be our Tapir Trot. And if you need to, go ahead, slow it down. If you have a cat, if you have some added weight, this is our ZooFit version of a weighted vest today. You can do it with your cat or with your loved one hanging out. We have for the green, we've got our giant Otter Amphibian crawls. Giant otters are really, really cool. We're going to get onto the floor for this one. We're going to come up into a full plank position. And then to do the amphibian crawl, we're going to lift the opposite arm and opposite leg, come back to that plank, lifting up the other opposite arm, opposite leg, coming down to the plank. Now, if this is a little too intense on your shoulders or on your core, go ahead, drop down to your knees. And then again, this is a modified bird dog. If you can, come off of those knees. We've got the amphibian crawl, opposite arm, opposite leg into that, on that full plank. And then we have our for yellow, we have the river dolphin rear kicks. For our rear kicks, we're going to be on our back. And we're going to bring both feet up. You can even make your little tail flukes if you need to. But we're going to be coming up. And you can come up to an L shape, or again, just about halfway for our rear kicks. And then finally, we have our tiny tamarin treetop twist. Tamarins are a really, really awesome species. They're very small primates. Obviously, they would live in the treetops. So we're going to come into a plank position. And then we're going to do our tree twist. So we're going to lean to the side, lifting one hand up into the air, swooping it on in, swooping up to the other side, and performing that T twist here. We're going to do again, once again, doing the left side, and then the right side is going to be 1 repetition. All right, we've got all our exercises. We're getting warmed up. We know what we're doing. Now let's play Uno. So Uno can be a little bit of a confusing game because you have not just the cards, but you have the instructions. You have skip, you have reverse, you have the wild cards, and you have draw 2 or draw 4. To do this with your workout, our skip cards are going to be skip the next exercise. Our reverse cards are going to be repeat the last card. And then our draw 2 is going to be double the next card that you draw. So for instance, if we draw a yellow 3, and then the next card is a draw 2, doesn't matter what color the draw 2 is, we're going to repeat 3 more river dolphin rear kicks. Now for the wild cards, we have 4 exercises. We're going to do 1 of each of those exercises. So 1 tapir trot, 1 giant otter, 1 river dolphin, and 1 tamarin T-twist. And for the wild draw 4s, we're going to do 4 of each of those exercises. So there you go. We've also got a 0 card. That's going to be our rest. Want more Wildlife Wednesday? Join the ZooFit tribe on Patreon, a fan-funded site where you can receive bonus workouts along with other behind-the-scenes glimpses, such as interviews, chapters from my upcoming book, and even connect with other ZooFitters. The link to Patreon is in the description down below. Now let's get started. We've got our green 2, and that's going to be 2 giant otter amphibian crawl. 1 on each side. And 2. And we got 3 more. 3 more. 2. 2. 8 of red. That's going to be our tapir trot once again. Back and forth 8 times. 1. Last 2. 7. Last 1. And 8. We've got a top plus 2, so we're going to double the next card, which is 5 giant otter amphibian crawl. So we've got to do 10. And once again, you have options here. You can do the normal one. You can do a modified one. This again, we call this the bird dog. So it's just a modified amphibian crawl. And we're going to skip the next card. Hopefully it's a, skipping 7 Tapir Trots. And then we've got our wild, one of our wilds. It's one of everything. So we'll start up with the Tapir Trot. And we've got 1 Tapir Trot coming on down to the floor, 1 Otter amphibian crawl. Coming onto our back, we've got 1 river dolphin kick, and then we have coming around back up to our plank. We've got 1 treetop twist. Tiny Tamarin. Treetop. That's your turn, I think. You just go choo. Skip the next one. Nice. 5 river dolphins. So we're going to do 3 instead. 3 river dolphin rear kicks. Again, I've got my feet. My heels are touching. My toes are pointed out. To kind of get that tail fluke in there. 0. There's our rest. Nice little chance to catch your breath. If you're going a little bit hard, bring that heart rate down. Get some water if you need it, and in about 30 seconds we'll get back to it. All right. It's getting warm in here. So we got 9 of the river dolphin rear kicks. I didn't go over a great modification, but if the straight leg is too difficult for you, go ahead, bend your knees a little bit. That's totally fine. We're working on our core here. So knees bent is better than than trying to do this with straight legs and not getting your core nice and tight. 6 red. There's our 6 Tapir Trots. Ready? 1. And 2. 1 tree top twist. Tiny Tamarin trot twist. Cha 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 cha. 3 more Tapir Trots. 3 red. And 1. 3.
A lot of those.
Well, we got 4. We're getting all the Tapir Trots out of the way. The hard cardio, so the rest will be all core. Last one for this one, and 4. Nice job. We have 8 treetop twists. I'm going to use this opportunity to talk a little bit about tamarins. Tamarins are one of the small species of primates. They're not the smallest, but one of them. But they're also one of the success stories of zoos. They went down to near extinction in the 1980s when zoos began breeding programs and something known as a jump start, where they were actually able to release these animals back into their natural environment, bringing them back to a more stable population and saving them from certain extinction. So yay zoos! 7 green, those are our giant otter amphibian crawls. So we've got 7 on each side. There's 10. And 14. Or so.
Oh no. You picked that one.
We've got 8 more. We've got this. Once again, you can again scale down if you need to. We got 8 more on each side. We've got 7 tiny tamarin treetop twist. Modification, good point, is bringing one knee down. So you're going to come down Lift that one knee up. Keep that leg straight. Come back down to center and lift the other knee up. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Nice job. We've got one more on each side. Draw two. So we're going to double the next card. All right. It's not 0. It is 6 giant otter amphibian crawl. So we're going to do 12. We got this. There's nothing wrong with scaling. Again, it's actually better to scale and keep a good form than to try and go faster or try and get through a tough exercise and do it incorrectly and possibly even injure yourself. You've gotten all the skips.
Skip the next one.
You're going to skip the next one? Oh no. We're skipping the rest. No. We're going into 6 river dolphin rear kicks. Or is that? And 6. Okay. Draw 2. We're going to double the next one.
Oh, good.
Oh, we're doubling a 1. That's always fun. I can do that. Nothing better than doubling a 1 is doubling a 0. Yeah. We got 6 tamarin, tiny tamarin treetop twists. 8. Last one on each side. Nice job.
Definitely 9.
That's definitely a 9. Tapir trots. There we go. Last 2. 9, 8. 8. Sorry, let's just do one more. Because why not? We have 5 more. 5 more tapir trots. 5. 9 treetop twists. 2 more. Last one. Nice. I think it's your turn. What was mistake? Or repeat it. Oh, I love Uno. 9. 9. Repeating our last exercise, or the last card. So again, come down for that rest if you need it. If this is hard on your shoulders, go to that very nice modification. Staying down on one knee, still working our shoulders a little bit, and still working our obliques too. Last one.
Done.
Nice job. 1 tapir trot. Just 1. Okay. 7 river dolphin rear kicks. And 7.
Okay.
2 more. Orange 2. We got 2 more. Wild card. 1 of everything. Starting with the tapir trot. 0. We got to rest. It's a really great thing that we are celebrating Rainforest Week, because rainforests really need, again, a lot more appreciation, a lot more awareness. We are losing 72 million acres of rainforest every single year in the Amazon due to deforestation. So again, doing those treetop twists kind of helps to remind me how important trees are, how important all these animals are, doing our part to protect the environment, make sure that our wildlife Wednesdays, our wildlife friends are around for future generations to come. We're almost done. Let's get down to it. We've got one of our last wilds. We've got red tapir trot, just 1 of each. We've got a giant otter amphibian crawl. our river dolphin rear kick, and then our tiny tamarin treetop twist. We got our last rest.
Okay, there it is.
So this is our last rest. Get it in. We've got the rest of this pile. Let's see. I'm just going to count how many cards. 13 more cards. It's going to be a tough one. This is our last call. It's got a tough one, but let's go to it. Raising for Rainforest Rainbow. Let's do this.
No.
We get to, let's
reverse.
We get to repeat that rest.
Okay.
That's nice. That's nice. Let me do it again. So we got a minute rest. What would you like to talk about? Yeah, so tapirs are a really interesting animal. We've doing the tapir trot. It's hard for me to talk doing that, but they kind of look like a pig rhino thing. But there's three different species. One of them, the Malayan tapir, is found in Asia. The other two, the mountain tapir and the Bates tapir, are found in the Amazon in South America. So they are a rainforest creature. These species are significantly smaller than the Malayan tapir, but they are still absolutely adorable and deserve all our attention.
Are they all black and white?
No, the Bayards and the mountain tapir are more brownish color. The Malayan tapir is a stark black and white creature. It helps blend in with the shadows of the forest. And I guess that, again, similarly, the Bayard's tapir and the mountain tapir are brownish color, help them blend in with theirs. But again, yeah, the Malayan, they're much smaller and they're a different color. We are skipping the next exercise.
I've officially got
whatever those are, treetop twists. We're skipping them. We're skipping them. So we're going to do two, double the next one, double wild. So we're going to do, rather than do one and then another, we're going to do two of each exercise. So starting at the top, this is our last wild. And we've got our river otter, amphibian, our double dolphin rear kicks, and then our double treetop twist. We got our first draw 4. That's at the very, very end. So we're going to do 4 of each of these exercises. We've got 4 Tamarin trots, 3 and 4. 4 giant otter amphibian crawls, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, and 4. And nice job. Keep it up. We're almost done. Last one. 4 amphibian crawls. And 4 kicks. You've got this. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. Our other wild draw 4. We've got it. Three more of our tiny tamarin treetop twists. Last one. And 5 more. Oh. We've got this. We've got one card right after this. And last one. What is it? What is the last card? It is reverse. So we are repeating that very last card. This is our last exercise. We went through this whole deck. So we've got 5 more treetop twists. Let's make them some good ones. 2 more. Last one. And you did that. Nice job. So you came to the end. So we're actually going to have some fun celebrating a little bit more of Rainforest Week. We're going to do a nice rainforest mobility stretch, starting with one of my favorites, the sloth stretch. So you get into sloth, we're going to get on our hands and knees, stretch our arms out, both arms out, nice and far out in front of us. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to kind of thread it through underneath my right hand and then just hold that here. Breathe into it. Ah. And then bring that hand back up all the way, stretching out, kind of getting that child's pose back in there. Now taking our right hand, threading it under our left hand. And once again, just letting it stretch out. Breathe into it. Take a deep breath in. And then a slow exhale out. And come back up to all fours. And we're going to do the capybara stretch. Capybara, the world's largest rodent. But this is a cat cow. It's kind of like, that's what they look like. They look like a cat cow. So we're going to arch our back, pressing our hands and our shoulders actually even into the floor. Arching that back and bringing our chin to our chest. And then letting it all cave in, sticking that butt out, holding our head up, breathing in, and come right back into that cat. And then cow. And then one of my other favorites we'll do to honor the Amazonian manatee. There's there are 4 types of manatees and then dugongs. And one of them is found in the Amazon River. That's the Amazon manatee. We've got the manatee mermaid twist again. So this is actually where we got the legend of mermaids, was from manatees, from dugongs, and their ability to kind of stand up straight in the water. So we're going to do that mermaid pose, and then we're going to unbend, unravel our legs. So we're going to kind of open them up, and as far as your left leg can go, then you'll start falling with your right leg. So you're in that same position, just on the opposite side, and then twist over. In fact, manatee's name means women's breast, which is referring to the mermaids. And come back up to center. Bring that transition one more time. Nicely done. And there you go. You got our Rainforest Rainbow Workout with Uno. You can, again, make your own deck, have some fun. Again, even create your own workout with some of your favorite Amazon animals. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Remember to keep eating clean, living green, training positive. I'll see you all next time.